James Kaufman, World News Report today, July 27th, 2025. God bless you and yours, no matter where you are in the world. Please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, ring that bell for critical future updates. Well, ladies and gentlemen, CNN's Jamil Hill claims that everyone is jumping off the Trump train and Trump's losing his base based on the document release or lack thereof, the Epstein document release. But if you look at his numbers, nobody is jumping off any train anytime soon. Now, of course, Republicans and Democrats are disappointed with the amount of information that has been released thus far. But her dream is just that, a dream, and she was quickly fact-checked by Harry Enton, who knew that the poll numbers were strong for Trump.
Is the downside of the strategy that he has imported that got him elected. His entire strategy with the Epstein files was to try to give people the strong impression that this was Bill Clinton, this was Democrats, this was something that they were trying to hide. And now that this is all turned on him, he won't be able to convince his base that this is a transparent investigation at all. Like, I don't know what it would take for them to believe that there's no cover up. I mean, you've convinced a lot of these people. Part of your whole spiel is that the government isn't to be trusted. And then you're asking these same group of people to suddenly trust that this was all on the up and up. There is no list, that everything is as it appears, and they're just not going to buy it. And what's always interesting to me is like what it takes people to get off the Trump train. It's not the xenophobia. It's not the racism. It's not the bigotry. It is this.
But are they off the Trump train? I mean, I think this is the part of what Charlotte is saying that I'm not so sure. Because I think that they really don't want to be off the Trump train. They want to be on the Trump train. They just want Trump to get in line with them on this issue.
I think that's exactly right, Abby. Look, I think for Trump, it does feel a little bit like the lady doth protest a little too much, right? But when it comes to his approval rating with Republicans, it's basically as solid as it ever was. You know, you put it up on the graphic before where you saw the smallest decline was among Republicans. If you look at the average of polls, his approval rating with Republicans, still at about 90%. Of course, those same Republicans say they are dissatisfied with the amount of information that's been released so far. Everyone is dissatisfied with the amount of information that's been released so far with concern to the Epstein files. Everyone thinks that there's something more going on there. But then making that leap to all of a sudden that his base is moving away from him, at least at this particular point in the polling data.
We're not seeing it. Trump's base has remained in place with a 90% approval rating amongst Republicans. Unbelievable. So how do you feel about this? Would you, give up on Trump if no more data was released having to do with the Epstein files? Or would you stay behind him as long as the economy continues to improve and he's making good on most of his campaign promises? God bless. Let me know in the comments below. Share, subscribe, and always remember, anything's possible in Bizarro World.